What's going on, guys? This is Lorcana Bro with an Emerald Steel deck tech. Green Steel Bucky is a deck that Team Labyrinth and I made at the beginning of Set 3 and became a mainstay in the early Into the Inklands format. The initial version of the deck utilized both Bucky and a Whole New World to give you the option to either go aggro with a Whole New World, dump your hand, or to grind your opponent out with a Bucky discard plan. Sadly, with the rise of control decks like Red Blue Popsicle and Blue Steel, the deck was ultimately pushed out of the format and replaced with a much more aggressive version. But I can no longer let our little squirrel friend lie in wait on the sidelines. It was time to suit Bucky up with a new plate of armor and get him back into the action. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Bucky 2.0. This deck sacrifices the speed of cards like Cursed Merfolk and Flynn Rider in exchange for additional staying power in the mid and late game, allowing you to really grind your opponent down. This deck is looking to set up its key discard pieces in the early game and has several ideal openings. Opening 1, the Bucky opening. The Bucky opening is your ideal opening against red decks, as they lack the ability to interact with Bucky and Prince John until they have access to Be Prepared at 7 ink. This opening plays out with turn 1 Robin Hood, turn 2 Bucky, turn 3 Prince John, or a second Bucky, or even a shift Robin Hood. From here, we want to continue to curve out with additional Floodborns like Jafar, Beast, Robin Hood, Tinkerbell, and Cinderella. The objective with this opening is to set up your discard and draw engine to quickly reduce your opponent's hand to 0. Characters like Jafar have strong stats that can disincentivize early questing, as you'll be able to draw a card on Banish. He's also able to sing any of our steel removal spells except for Grab Your Swords. Once you've set up your early game, you can use sweepers like Tinkerbell and Grab Your Swords to clean up the board state and further establish your lock. Opening 2, the Ursula opening. The Ursula opening is going to be your stronger opening against steel decks that have access to Tinkerbell or are able to sweep away your Bucky and Prince John with Grab Your Swords. Against these decks, it can take us too long to set up our Bucky discard pieces, and they're quite fragile to removal, so we opt for a more traditional discard route. With this opening, we're looking to turn 1 Robin Hood, turn 2 Ursula Deceiver. Playing a 1-3 on turn 2 is not the most exciting play, but it allows us to look at our opponent's hand and map out our best path to win the game. She also ensures that the coast is clear for our turn 3 play, Ursula Deceiver of all. This card is arguably the most powerful card printed in Set 3 and is capable of single-handedly taking over games if left unanswered over multiple turns. By playing her on turn 3, we're able to set up powerful turn 4 plays like Prince John and double Sudden Chill to create a 4-card swing, or Jafar and double Storm Rage on or Raging Fire to manage the opposing board state while simultaneously drawing cards. While this opening isn't utilizing Bucky in any of our early turns, Bucky can still be a valuable card in the late game where you're able to play Bucky and a Floodborn in the same turn to continue attacking the opponent's hand. This line is especially strong after a sweeper such as a Grab Your Swords or a Be Prepared. While these are our 2 ideal openings, we're always able to deviate from these as necessary. Lines like Robin Hood Shift on 3 is very strong against aggro and enables us to sing an early Grab Your Swords or an Elongame Zeus. Additionally, we will almost always opt to play Benja on 3 against Fishbone Quill decks. Regardless of our opening, we're always looking to close the game out in the same way. Discard the opponent's hand to 0, control the board with our Floodborn characters and removal spells, and incrementally quest to 20. After playing some games with the deck, the only change I'd consider making is to cut the Cinderella Stouthearted for Flynn Rider, his own biggest fan. This change allows us to increase our aggression against decks like Blue-Red. With all that being said, let's get into the gameplay. And if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe, as that really helps the channel out. Alright, we are on the play. We have a good curve here. We're probably just going to get rid of these 5 drops. We want these songs for Ursula, so I think we're just going to get rid of these 2. Okay, so now we have another really great Ursula target. So we're just going to ink this. Honestly, we're going to ink Strength. just in case they are a deck where items matter. And if items don't matter, yep, so now we can ink this Benja. Okay, it's Amber Steel, tough matchup for sure. Hopefully we can do some work with our Ursula into Ursula. Okay, we got a Bare Necessities. But they do have Shift Queen, which is scary. Okay, they are going for the shift. Makes sense. We could actually... Oh, never mind. They didn't quest. If they quested, we could attack and let the Storm Rage on. Since they didn't, now we're just going to go ahead and play an Ursula and hope that they don't find anything to banish our Ursula off their aerial, which they're about to play for the turn. Play aerial, find a song. If it's a Long Came Zeus, we're in a lot of trouble. If it's anything else, we'll be okay. Okay, Whole New World is fine for us. If they use that now, yeah, we get a whole hand, so hopefully we'll have some removal in it. We do have some removal. It's not the removal we hoped for, because we can sing Long Came Zeus to banish the Queen. And then start playing the 5-drops. I think that's going to be what we end up doing here. I don't want to make them discard 2 yet. I just want to... And I don't want to quest because they could attack Rapunzel. I'm just going to hold off for a turn. And hopefully we'll be able to make them discard 2 when they have less cards in their hand. Okay, well, the cat's out of the bag. Into Mr. Smee. Okay. And they did not have any removal, so we're gonna... I think we're actually gonna ink our extra Ursula and just start slamming these 5-drops over and over. I could make them discard 2 here, then they have 3 cards, and then I lose my Ursula. I think I'm just gonna wait. Still unsure if they are the Flutes package or Lantern. Probably Flutes since they're playing Queen. Okay, another Whole New World. It is the Flutes package. Okay, so now they really have to deal with our Ursula or we're going to get to mow down their board. And instead they're just going to play 2 Flutes, so we're going to Tinkerbell plus Grab Your Swords, and that'll probably be game from there. can ink a Robin Hood. Play Tink. And grab. And we'll save these removal spells for whatever singular characters they play now. It just really wanted to wipe their board. Yeah, Rapunzel on nothing is a bad spot for them now. We even have the Ursula follow-up to take another song. And we'll start just by looking at what they have. Okay, no songs. They do have Shift Queen. I can make them discard 2 cards though. I think that's what we're gonna do. So now they have to decide on if they want to discard the Big Cinderella, the Shift Queen, so they're going to choose the Shift Queen as well as, so it's Rapunzel or Big Cinderella now. Okay, so they're keeping Big Cinderella, which means now I can go ahead and shoot their queen. Ooh, that's really good. I don't think I need to ink anything else. I mean, I can ink Ursula, but just in case they rip a song, I think we're just going to do this. And now that they aren't able to attack and heal with Rapunzel, we can quest out. They basically have to draw inkable here to play their Cinderella. And even now, we can just overload their board. Here we get to double sing. Oh, can we just kill their Cinderella as well? I think we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we drop our own Cinderella, which I actually don't want them to know about yet. So I'm just going to play Robin Hood. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we have enough here. All right, we got it. Got game 1. All right, game 2 on the draw. This is a critical card in this matchup, as is the Ursula. Bucky is not actually super great here. We can keep the Robin Hood just in case we find the shift line, but we're just going to keep these 3. Okay, we found the Shift Robin Hood, and we even found a Sudden Chill to sing with our Ursula. So we've got a lot of good things going on with this hand. Vendra is nice because of the flutes, but I think we're still going to ink it. Okay, now I don't think I want to play the Robin Hood. I'd rather just play turn 2 Ursula. I'm gonna eat the beast. Just dies to Zeus Bolt, and we're pretty far away from it. Normally I would play the threat, but because we have turn 2 Ursula, I'm gonna elect to not play it this turn. If they have Shift Whole New World, that could be really problematic for us. So we'll go ahead and look at their hand and see what song they have. Okay, they have a really bad hand. We're going to take the Storm Rage on, which they did have, so we were correct not to play a 1-drop. Now they have 2 flutes and no more inkables. Okay, they're gonna drop a flute. Okay, so I think we're just gonna ink this. So if they draw an inkable, they're gonna Zeus Bolt my Ursula. So then on the next turn, I'll have 4 ink. I could play another Ursula if I ink the Robin Hood. So I think we're actually inking this Robin Hood, playing Ursula. So now we can go Ursula, it will die into Ursula, and then into Robin Hood. Okay, so they didn't draw the ink, so this is even better for us because we can take the last 2 cards out of their hand. Well, I think it's actually better to just shoot their board. Now we can ink one of these tinks for backup Ursula. And next turn, even if they banish one of them, we can take the last 2 cards out of their hand and play the Robin Hood. I think this game's over. Okay. Definitely going to take the last card out of their hand. And while this Cinderella is very good in the matchup, we're so far away from it. I'd rather just get Robin Hood and Tink on the board and save this removal for the characters that they're about to play. An option on that turn would have just been to double Storm Rage on my characters to draw 2 cards, but I'm just going to play it patient here. He's not doing anything here. We'll just play a Tinkerbell. Alright, and here's where that patience pays off as we get to draw 2 cards. And find a Bencha for the flutes, or for one of the flutes. So we're at +8, so I'm going to just play this. It threatens lethal, and that will get the concession. Alright, looks like we're on the play versus Diet Dr. Kelp. So we have a nice Bucky, John, Ursula. I think we can get rid of 2 beasts and keep one of them for potential ink. Sudden Chill gives us more options with our Ursula. So we'll just ink and pass. Right, Amber. Still just Amber. That's a really strong start for them because we're going turn 2 Bucky. So this is looking to get potentially 4 lore unless we want to trade with our Bucky. Right, this is an aggro deck for sure. I think we've just got to let them get the lore and try and set up a double Storm Rage on here. Okay. We got a really nice Storm Rage on here, and we'll make him discard a card. Probably just the Piglet, the Simba, and I do think I'm actually just going to trade this Bucky into the Lilo. It's going to make them discard a card, so it's replaced itself. And against an aggro deck, I just want to keep their lore down. So we'll go ahead and attack, and now we're set up to sing Along Came Zeus. We're set up to play Prince John, double sing Sudden Chill. So we can keep their board relatively clear as well as their hand. Okay, well, we'll make them discard their last card. I'm not going to sing it here because it's just one card. This lets me attack. And also lets me just sing Zeus. Oh, that's a great draw for them. Ooh, better draw for us. So here, I do think I want to just let them quest for 2. And I can potentially just double sing next turn. Yeah, so now we get to clear, well, yeah, we get to clear both of these. It's pretty much game from here. Now that we know we're against an aggro deck, the Bucky plan is not our favorite. But we'll probably keep this just because it's a 2/3/4, and I'll probably keep the strength to sing off the Prince John, but we're really looking for like a Robin Hood. 2-drop Ursula is okay. Okay, there's the Robin Hood. I think now that we have the hood, we can do the turn 2 Bucky, because we have that pressure on the board already. You can get strength here and just play the Bucky. And we'll put 2 damage on Neverland. Ooh, that's nice. Nice trade. Alright, we don't need a second Bucky. So we'll play the Prince John, Their Wending Darling's gonna lure again. But after that, we should be able to stabilize with Jafar, Prince John, and Raging Fire. We do need to draw an Inkable. Oh, we didn't draw an Inkable. So now, unfortunately, we have to ink Raging Fire. Which means we're not able to kill Wending Darling this turn. But we can clear at least the Neverland. And if they want to attack our Bucky, that means they're not gaining 2 lore, and I'm okay with that. Alright, this Grab Your Swords is pretty much set up to... Well, it only kills Simba. Oh no, we can kill everything. Well, I definitely want the card. But now we can just go attack. Ink a Bucky. Well, not kill everything, but kill everything except a single Wendy Darling. And just quest again. Alright, we'll draw a card. I guess we can just see what they have. It's probably just a 5 ink. Yeah, it's a Kita. Alright, we do have the answer to Kita here, and then we can just quest out. And now that we have, yeah, that's game. Alright, we're on the draw for this match. We have Ursula in a song package, but no early plays, so I think I'm just going to keep these two and try and find some earlier plays. Oh no. His hand is incredibly slow. We don't have a play until turn 3. We'll see what our opponent's up to. Okay, red. Blue. This is a bad matchup, and this hand is also quite bad for this particular matchup. Like, we're just not doing anything to impact the board currently. And they're just, you know, getting to ramp and do whatever they want. Really, our best hope here is that the Ursula double discard is able to get them, but the fact that they're already able to access 6 ink, which means they can just Medusa this Ursula. And there it is. I think we just have to keep curving. There's not really any point to playing this Prince John right now. I'll wait to try and sudden chill them when they have 1 card left. Oh, that's so brutal. Alright, here. I am just going to go for the sudden chill line to take the last card, and then follow it up with a beast and just hope that their top decks don't work out for them. Okay, lucky dime. I think I'm still going to go for the beast. They have 1 draw to address this before we can start drawing 2 cards a turn. The fact that we were able to get them to discard Flavisham was huge. So they have this 1 draw step, and then we might be able to stabilize. Okay, that's a redraw. Oh no, they drew it. So now we have to draw an ink to play the Tinkerbell. And then hopefully they don't continue to draw bangers, but that's kind of what their deck is. It's just all bangers. Okay, they actually have no target for that. So we can go attack, attack, or attack, shoot, grab your sword, Storm Rage on, Storm Rage on. Oh, we can only single Storm Rage on. I think this is still worth it to get 2 characters off the board. And this is a good threat. I'm going to try and save this for later, I guess. Okay, that's a great draw for them. They can heal and attack the Prince John, but we have this Storm Rage on in our hand to clear that. And we'll ink the Jafar and just slam this Cinderella. Okay, Scar here. Also not too bad since we have this Storm Rage on, but we'll see if they heal with their Popsicle. Alright, they don't. We're just going to start questing. I'm going to leave them with the Grammatala, just play the Prince John. We need to try and start putting some pressure on them. Every turn they draw a card, it's really bad for us the longer we allow them to draw cards because their card quality is so high. I'm guessing this is a Tamatoa. No, they're just inking it away so that they can activate Gaston. So they go to 14 here. Okay, that's great. We're just gonna hardcast this because I just want to quest. Now the quest, I think we just quest with Prince John. He's not doing anything. Okay, that's a redraw for them. Well, now it's kind of getting scary. I think we do have to attack the Tala here. And just play the Beast. So we could be at 13, threatening +7. So maybe we were just supposed to go to 13. Well, they be prepared at us anyways. Okay, that's not a bad draw. Take the last card. And pass. That is a pretty strong card. Because we can't remove the Tala anymore. They can just quest and untap it. They could even quest, untap it, and attack the Prince John. But then we could clear it. I think we're just going to get the 2 from this Prince John. Because now they can't untap it, so we could clear it if we wanted to. Well, I'm just going to clear it with this. That's a terrible draw. So had I quested, I could be at 17, but they'd be at 18. Okay, it's another Be Prepared. Yeah, this looks terrible for us. Alright, so had we quested, it wouldn't have mattered. They're going to beat us here anyways. So we'll go ahead and go to game 2. Pretty close one for us not having a play until turn 3 of the game. Okay, this hand has a nice curve to it. Storm Rage on is really not that good in this matchup. It draws us more cards, but I think Sudden Chill is more what we're looking for. So, I mean, we have the setup here. We've got Bucky, Ursula, Prince John. We just need to follow it up with some Floodborns. Maybe a Benja? Maybe a Benja or two would be great. We'll save that for later. I don't think Tinkerbell's particularly good in this matchup. And we'll probably just ink this next turn to play the Ursula, but we'll see. Alright, one jump coming in. Okay, no one jump. That's a good sign for us. We're not going to quest because they might Queen of Hearts. There's the Queen. Man, that's a pretty nice curve for them too. We're just going to make them discard 2, draw 2. Alright, that's easy ink for the turn. And we'll pass. We still don't want to expose our Bucky. Our Bucky's about to be our engine for additional discard and draw. Oh, so we can actually get their entire hand here. That's definitely what we do. That's a nice follow-up too, but we're definitely just going to tag that last card. Alright, and we'll just, we could quest here. It's probably fine to quest with Prince John, and that way they have to decide on which of these to attack. But I still think we want to keep Bucky protected. Yep. So we got a free 2 lore out of that Prince John. I could attack just to gain 2 lore, but I would really like to get these Storm Rage-Ons out of my hand. I think what we're actually going to do is Storm Rage-On. I just want to draw more cards, and they also can't be prepared us this turn, so we can just quest out and develop more cards. It's probably going to be, oh, I hard casted. Whoops. Probably should have just sang that with John. Well, since I hardcasted it, we're just gonna Benjo away their Fishbone Quill. Alright, now we will tag that last card. We've got them in a lock where they have to ink or play their card. Yeah, so we'll go to game 3. This is a really awkward hand, similar to last time, because we have a bunch of 3-drops that we want to keep. But I think we just have to hope that we can find a Bucky. Maybe we're supposed to just get rid of the Prince John because finding Bucky is so important. Yeah, so this is kind of like game 1, where I had no play till turn 3. I think, maybe I'm supposed to toss the Ursula to try and find a Bucky. That's probably correct, actually. Toss the Ursula to find a Bucky. We wouldn't have found it because the next card was an Ursula. See if they have another song. They just used one, so it's not likely. Alright, 2 Quills, Judy Hopps, Queen, and Flavisham. We do have double Benjo lined up. Inking a Flavisham. Oh, just Queen of Hearts. Okay, odd. Odd for sure. We're just gonna get rid of the Quill. And if they kept the other Quill, we're just gonna get rid of that too. Otherwise, we'll go for Ursula. Yeah, we're just going for Ursula here and probably just inking Jafar. And we'll just pass the turn. If they ink and be prepared, they'll be completely out of resources. Maybe we can just quest for 2. I think we can quest for 2 here. Okay, that means they don't have be prepared. No Medusa. Please no Medusa. Oh. Okay, we can at least hit that. Play Robin Hood as well, and yes, just pass the turn. So we can run our... Okay, so they're actually just not going to do anything. I think we're just going to play a John and quest for... Well... If I shoot the Tala, I can just quest for 2 here. And they can do some attacks. This is actually a tough spot. because like their top decks are so strong. I kind of want to just go right now. Shooting Queen of Hearts is... No, it's just better to clear the 3/3. Oh, that's a terrible draw. Okay, so that's a trade. That's fine. I guess now they attack the Benja. Okay, that means they drew Maui or something, which is just terrible for me. I think we're just going to set up with a Bucky and pass the turn here and try and draw like a Floodborn or something. Okay, we did draw a discard, but they are just going to get rid of their hand. So we're just going to pass the turn, play another John, try and set up a spot where we can maybe get some value. It's just got to be Bucky. They have no cards in their hand. Let's see if they can... Similar to game one, we can try and leverage this beast to a victory. We'll see if they can top deck another answer. Of course they do. That's just very frustrating. I mean, that's just what their deck is. It's just mono bangers. So like it's actually pretty reasonable that they drew an answer to it. They could have hit a Medusa or a Dragon or just a Be Prepared. I just can't do anything here. That's going away. And this is going to shoot here. And then just like maybe somehow this big Cinderella next turn can save us. We actually can't stop them because they're questing. They're only questing for 4. I think Tinkerbell is going to be better here than Big Cinderella. We'll have to kill 2 things. Yeah, Tinkerbell's going to be better for sure. We'll let them go to 19 and then we'll see if we can somehow stabilize. Okay, yeah, we can't beat that. So, unfortunately, they got us. Good game. Really, really close game. We put them in a position where they had to kind of top deck the out, and they did. So, that's going to be GG. All right. Looks like we're going first. Probably just going to keep the Jafar and the Ursula for a 2 and a 4 and try and find some... Yep, an Ursula would be great. think Robin Hood and pass here. Okay, purple steel. Alright, so that's a nice pickup. Probably just gonna ink one Ursula and play the other. Okay, we hit the friends. They have the smash for our Ursula, but we're gonna make them do it. Okay, inking Tinkerbell. Play another Robin Hood. We probably have to ink this Tinkerbell as good as it is here. And then we'll play the Ursula, which is pretty much going to force them to smash. And if they do, then we can just ink the Sudden Chill to play our Jafar. Well, now we can just ink the Benja instead, and we still might ink the Sudden Chill to play our Beast next turn. I'm gonna keep the Sudden Chill to try and snipe their last card. If they ink something, play something. Okay, they got a shift Whole New World. Shift Grab Your Sword. Okay, that's not too bad. Can grab back to just clear the two Robin Hoods, and we'll just play a Bucky and quest out with Jafar. And I'm not gonna ink this Sudden Chill just in case they decide to like hold a card in their hand. Maybe they draw Tinkerbell. Oh, that's not good for me. That's a pretty decent draw. Still gonna do the same thing. Okay, they are able to just play out their whole hand. That's gonna be rough for me. Alright, that's a great draw. We're just gonna hit the Beast. The Jafar is annoying, but unless they specifically have a Whole New World, it's not doing too much for them. I'm not gonna quest with the Beast anymore because they can attack Captain Hook into it. Same with Jafar. I could quest with this Ursula. We'll do that because they'll pretty much, if they attack Captain Hook into it, we get to draw a card with Jafar. And if they attack Jafar into it, they're just not gaining lore with it for the turn. They missed the lore there by not questing with Jafar first and then drawing a card. Amazing draw for us. I'm gonna quest here. They will have to attack to draw a card, and we would still get to draw a card as well. Honestly, it's probably worthwhile to just take this lore as well. Okay, so they're not going to attack the Robin Hood. That's great. We'll clear Jafar and clear the other Jafar. Sheesh! Okay, that's not going to do it. We got game one. Alright, so against Jafar, we definitely want Bucky, Ursula, and probably just these songs. Maybe not the strength of a Radiant. Honestly, we can keep a Robin Hood and get rid of the strength. Just in case we have the shift line available to us. We don't, but that's okay. We can just ink it. Well, never mind. So now, instead of Ursula, we could shift Robin Hood and just start going on the Bucky plan. Yeah, I actually really like that. Quest here, if they crab to buff their blue fairy, I'm okay with that. It's also possible they just smash our Robin Hood right here to stop the shift. Okay, just a friends. Okay, we don't need an extra one of these. So now we can shift, force the discard. Sing, clear their board. Well, now I just kind of want to aggressively discard them. Because next turn we'll make them discard 2 again. Well, we do have to ink something. We might just have to ink the Sudden Chill. That's definite ink. Our own Jafar. I don't think I want a Sudden Chill, since they'll have, another card available anyways. I mean, I guess if it is Jafar Whole New World, they have to lose one. But if I don't draw an Inkable for the turn, then I'm not going to be able to play the Beast. And I think I value playing the Beast higher. So I'm just going to quest and pass the turn. Yeah, see, so now we get to just play the Beast and take the last card anyways. And it was a big Jafar. We're just going to pass the turn here and lock them out of the game with this Beast. That was a really good draw for them. We're just going to trade our Beast in with their Robin Hood. We'll both draw a card, but I can take theirs. Oh, I won't draw a card, duh. Not a bad one to tag. And we'll just pass the turn. We're both kind of playing off the top here. We're just going to use this to clear the blue fairy. That represents a lot of draw for them. And I'm just going to pass again. Oh, that's a good one. Darn. I think I'm going to run my Jafar into their Merlin. We both draw a card. That's a pretty good one. I think we're just going to play the Robin Hood and pass the turn here. Tinkerbell here is pretty brutal. We'll see if we can tag the last card. It's a Robin Hood. That's rough. So they have a lot of bangers coming. We'll pass, but I think they got us here. Oh, they definitely got us here. We have to clear the beast, but now they just get to attack and shoot something, or they could just draw a card with their Jafar if they want to. Probably shooting the Benja here. The upside is that, we draw a card here, and then we will draw a card with our Jafar when we attack into that Tinkerbell as well. If that is what we decide to do, we could always just shoot it. Okay, a castle is pretty scary. I think we're just going to shoot it and save this for another day. Okay, we do have a grabber swords for that at the very least. Oh, we can't play that. We'll just play this then. If they just play the castle and move everything there, that puts a ton of pressure on me. Wow, they inked the castle. They were afraid of just this card from Prince John. Well, here I think we're just clearing the Tinkerbell. We could have also cleared the Robin Hood, but I think the Tinkerbell's more threatening. And we're still playing the top deck war. Alright, Blue Fairy, we have an answer to that, assuming we draw ink. Okay, we do. We actually might be able to pull our way out of this. Probably target, yep, their Jafar to draw 2 cards. Bucky's a pretty bad draw. Especially, well, they have what, 2 Tinkerbells down and 2 Grab Your Swords down. I think it's worth playing just to threaten them to dump their hand. Oh, another Tinkerbell. Alright, it looks like we're not going to be able to claw our way out of this. It was looking good for us for a second. But they have an ink advantage and a superior board. We'll draw the cards. Let's see what kind of damage they can do to our board. Another Whole New World? Yeah, that's rough. I'm gonna draw at least... Okay, no. I don't want to draw any more cards. I think they're out of Whole New Worlds though. 1, 2, 3. Nope, they found... Oh yeah, they're just drawing 2. 1, 2, 3. There's only 3. So I do have to be careful about drawing. And that's easy ink. So we could Tinkerbell. That doesn't do much for us. I think we want to draw our card first. Okay, that's not what we want. Could draw another card with Jafar, but at that point we can just draw 2 cards with Prince John. We just have to use this Ursula to snipe a Whole New World so they can't deck us. Okay, that doesn't really do anything for us either. It lets us kill the Jafar at the very least. I think we just have to allow them to Whole New World us, and we'll lose to that. Okay, I mean, we have Tinkerbell Grab Your Swords, but that's honestly not even enough. It kills 2 things. We're just better off attacking. But then they get to clear my beast. I mean, my Cinderella with their beast. I guess let's just see what they have here first. Alright, they have Jafar, Rise of the Titans Hook. We can't play this card. We can hard cast to grab your swords and attack the beast. And we're going to save this grab your swords to try and sweep with it next turn. I know they get a trade here, but we also offed the Tinkerbell with that. Yeah, they're just digging for a whole new world, which makes sense. We have to close this game out really quickly before they find their 4th copy. Alright, that's pretty devastating. Oh, they're going for Cinderella instead. Okay, so we can grab your swords plus Zeus Bolt, which grab your swords doesn't actually kill anything. We can attack, shoot, attack, Zeus Bolt. That's definitely what we do. And then we can't play this card because it forces us to draw cards. So I think I'm actually just going to play a Benja and 2 Robin Hoods and try and shift. Okay. So they can quest here. Go to 17. We can kill it. And we can't really quest, or they just get to draw 2 cards. At least they'll have to trade into here. So I think what we're gonna do, actually ink Jafar because it quests for less. We just want to get as much questing pressure on the board as possible to swing the game around in this few turns as possible. So they can go quest. And we have to find a removal for the Jafar. That doesn't do it. And there's no way that we can draw more cards, so I think they've got us here. Yeah, they got this one because we can only deal 3 here. We'll go to next game. Wow, what a grinder. All right, we do have the Bucky and an Ursula for this one, so that's a pretty nice start. Probably just mulligan the rest of these. All right, too many Ursulas for sure. I'll lead I guess I can just lead Bucky and then do Ursula on turn 3. So if I draw exactly a 3-drop song, I will wish I played this Ursula. So I think we're actually just going to play Ursula. And we can follow up with Bucky if we need to. So they're going to shift and draw a card, which is very powerful. Our turn 4 is pretty bad. All we're going to do is play a Bucky. Okay, we definitely got rewarded for not playing this Bucky yet. Yeah, we're going to ink this, play the Bucky, and just pass the turn and hope we can Robin Hood and Tinkerbell them. It's a long shot, but that's kind of the best we got. I would love an inkable so I don't have to ink this Tinkerbell. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen for us. Well, alternatively, I think we're going to go maximum greed here and just play the Prince John and go for Tinkerbell next turn. If they grab your swords, we're done for. Okay, they didn't, and now we get to clear both Floo Fairies, make them discard and draw. I'm not going to quest with anything. I don't want to give them a chance to run their Merlin into anything. So we're just going to pass the turn here. That's a pretty good draw. Tag their last card for sure. It was a whole new world. Okay, that's a great one as well. So they can draw cards if they want to run into my Tinkerbell. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to quest with anything here. Them drawing Tinkerbell is probably their best draw. That was not bad. Okay, so we're going to let them draw the card if they want to. Alright, so we're going to make them regret that decision. Another Bucky we can just hold on to. I still don't want to quest. So we'll pass the turn. If we draw another Floodborn here, that would be awesome. We don't. But that's okay. I think we just go quest. And I want to kind of play around grab your swords a little bit, so I'm just going to sandbag some of these. The worst thing is they can do here, Tinkerbell or grab your sword. Okay, now we will definitely grab your swords. Doesn't matter which one we use, we're going to quest with the other one. At this point, we probably just quest with all of these guys. Really put the pressure on them. But this is what I was talking about in the intro. We're taking a long time to set up our engine. We spent a lot of our turns. Wow. Discard into Prince John. We spent a lot of our turns just setting up, but then once we were set up, we just got them down to 0 cards and contained their board. That's going to be it for today, folks. If you made it this far and enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe, as that helps the channel a ton. Keep questing, and I'll see you next time.